Hey everybody, today we're going to be making a pork loin recipe with a super yummy sauce. Let's get started. Okay, so first we're going to start with the sauce. We need a half a cup of bourbon. If you do not want to cook with bourbon, you can use chicken stock. Next we're going to use a quarter cup of well-packed brown sugar. Next we're going to put in a quarter cup of low sodium soy sauce. Next we're going to use 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Lastly, we're going to put in a half a teaspoon of black pepper, and then we're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of minced garlic, the stuff that you find in those little jars at the grocery store. Once this is all stirred up and dissolved, you want to put this in a pot on top of your stove and let it simmer as you're getting your pork loin ready to cook in a pan. Okay, now we're going to put together the rub. So we're going to start with a half a teaspoon of chili powder. And I actually use mostly generic ingredients. Next we're going to put in a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon. And after that we're going to do an 1/8 teaspoon of allspice. Lastly, we're going to put in 1/8 teaspoon of salt. And now you have your rub that we are going to be putting on our pork loin in just a moment. So now you see that we have this wonderful rub that we're going to be putting on the pork loin. So let's get started. And just rub it on. Make sure you have a nice even spread all the way across the loin. It's kind of a big guy for this small bowl. I actually doubled the rub recipe knowing that this was going to be just ginormous. Huge guy. Alright, next what we're going to do is we're going to cut it. Okay, now we're ready to cook. I have put some coconut oil into the pan, and you can see that the sauce is in a pot behind it. So we are just going to take our cut pork loins and lay them into the pot. After the pork loin has been cooked on both sides, we serve it on a plate with the sauce. Again, this took about, I would say, 10 minutes to put together, and it's very tasty. Alright, well, we are finished making our pork loin with the special sauce, and this is how the kids' plate looks. We just drizzled some of the sauce on top of the pork, and this is a meal that they will actually eat, which makes me happy. Et voila, there it is. My family's favorite meal.